Hello, my name is Azaleen. Welcome to the channel. I wanted to get this video out there real quick because Dragonflight is just around the corner, and I wanted to prepare myself and you guys to hop into the expansion with a solid UI. Over the pre-patch, I've kind of been like trying to build a refreshed UI instead of the old Elf UI setup that I was using during Shadowlands. And the reason for this is because of the UI changes that are coming with Dragonflight. I was thinking maybe I can kind of lower the amount of add-ons that I'm using, making the load of my game a little bit less, and work with the default UI and not really miss out on too much stuff. And I think I managed to do it. So I will show you what it looks like. I will show you what add-ons I am still using. And I will hopefully give you a pretty solid UI to start your healing adventures with in Dragonflight when it launches. So if we go over to the big edit mode button over here. This is what my UI looks like right now. So as you can see, we've done the popular thing. Important stuff is centered around the middle of my screen. We got our unit frame here, our target and focus frame over there. We got our debuffs over here. We got our party frames here and our raid frames over there. It's basically the most important stuff that we want to look for as a healer, along with our weak aura that tracks our abilities. So we did kind of have to change stuff here and there, like we had to change the look of our party frames, obviously, because the default party frames I'm not a big fan of. Like, it looks kind of fancy, but I like the clean, simplified look of it. So we went with the raid style party frames instead of the default ones, which is perfectly fine. So what else I wanted to go over is the add-ons that I'm using, right? Because obviously we're still using add-ons, but we're using less than before. So we'll just go over a list from top to the bottom, and I will explain what add-ons I'm using and what they do. So at the top we have Click. Click is a mouse over ability add-on. It allows you to bind abilities to a mouse over key, so that you only have to hover over a unit frame, click the hotkey, and it will cast it on whoever you're hovering over. Now there is an option in the Dragonflight UI to enable mouse over abilities. The only thing I haven't really seen possible yet is to do it with left and mouse clicks. And with Click, I can bind an ability to my left mouse button or to my right mouse button, and I'll only have to click my party frames, and I will heal my friends. So that still has a little bit of an edge for me over the Dragonflight UI. Next up, we have our details damage meter. It's a very common damage meter to use these days. Gone are the days of recount. I use it for my DPS meter down here and my HPS meter. I use it to analyze my own gameplay and to become better at what I'm doing. We got Opie. Opie is an add-on that brought to my attention by Graal when I watched his videos. It's an add-on that allows you to create radial menus that are bound to a single hotkey, but you can put a ton of abilities, toys, items, mounts in there to have easy access to a lot of things. With a single hotkey, basically. So up next we have Plater. So Plater is for my nameplates, obviously. I think it's a very popular one. A good other one would be thread plates, and a lot of people like that as well. I like to use Plater because I can customize my nameplates a little bit. We got our Radar IO add-on. I'm a big Mythic Plus player. So I would like to track my progression and see what kind of people I get matched with in LFG. We got a sound pack for some sound bites for DBM. We have Titan Panel. Titan Panel is the bar at the top that I use. It gives me simplified information quickly for when I need to look at it, really. It's more aesthetics than actually useful, I would say. Weak auras, big obviously, because weak auras are pretty much mandatory if you're doing Mythic Plus or raids. For people that don't know what weak auras is, weak auras allows you to create UI elements that track stuff, give you pop up a message. It's a very powerful add-on, and it can do things even beyond your imagination. It's actually insane what people manage to do with weak auras. We got our boss mods. I use DBM. I've always used DBM and I stuck with it. Some people find DBM a bit too loud and obnoxious, so they use big wigs, little wigs instead. It's perfectly fine. The only difference is kind of the sound effects that you hear. DBM is all about like errors in your ears, and some people do not like it. I don't mind it too much. It keeps me on my toes. Down here I have another sound pack that I use for a bit more sound bites to use in DBM for when I want to customize it a little bit. But that's pretty much what I'm working with going into Dragonflight. I will put a link to my Wego.io page down in the description below so that you can go there and grab the import string for my UI. Most of these add-ons that I'm using straight out of the box without a lot of customization. So you could, if you really want to copy it, you could just grab these add-ons, install them, and it will do the job for you. Obviously, not all the add-ons are mandatory. I would say only DBM and weak auras are really the big ones that you want to have. Other than that, I hope you have a great time going into the expansion, experiencing the expansion, and who knows, maybe I'll see you there. Have a good one. Peace out.